Every year, on the third Sunday in June, owners of greyhounds and sighthounds meet here in York as part of the Great Global Greyhound Walk. As the name suggests, groups all over the country and all around the world will be meeting in their towns with their dogs on the same day. This event used to be known as the Great British Greyhound Walk, but things got a little out of hand, and now, from Australasia to the Americas, you can probably find an organised greyhound walk somewhere near you. All walks are free to attend and are open to everyone, whether you're a greyhound owner or not. In fact, if you're thinking about adopting a dog and would like to know more, well, you will be especially welcome. You'll find this is a group of people who need very little encouragement to tell you about their pets. And every year they come, proud and loving owners of these intelligent, gentle, and even-tempered dogs.
Patch is a soft, white, fluffy greyhound, and he was an ex-racing greyhound who came from a racing kennel in Malton, and he is a very laid-back boy.
So we've had Violet for 14 months. She's adapted really well into the home. She sleeps most of the day. She walks really well on the lead, no pulling. She just makes a really great pet, and she was our first ever pet. So she's just been absolutely fabulous, and we just want to take her everywhere.
She's really lazy. She doesn't eat much, and she's playful as well. Yeah, she loves to run as well, so you can always do races with her.
They're very joyful, and she's an ex-racer, so she's like a good runner, so you can like run around with her and just buy lots of toys for them, and they love them.
So one of the things people often say to me when they find out I've got greyhounds is, oh, don't they take a load of exercise? And of course the answer is no, because they're built for speed. They've got no stamina whatsoever, so they only take 2 20-minute walks a day. They're really low maintenance dogs, and because they're so sweet and gentle and just frankly sleep most of the time, you barely notice them being there really.
They're so easy to live with. They don't require anywhere near as much exercise as people think. And every day something changes with them. They discover another bit about life that just makes them excited to live. And they're my best friends.
What I love about greyhounds is their sweetness and how loving they are, how gentle they are.
They're not like any other dog. They're great fun to have around. They're entertaining. They don't need a lot of exercise, and they're just generally good fun.
Well, actually, I never grew up with dogs or any pets in my household. We had a fish tank, and I didn't actually particularly like dogs. I was a little bit scared of them. And then we decided to look into adopting a greyhound, and it really was a conversion. I was blown away with how quiet and calm they are, and how there's very little trouble, hardly barks, and they're just such sweet-natured animals that I was blown away. And now we've got 2.
There are greyhounds and sighthounds needing homes right now, and every year the numbers rise as more dogs are bred to race. Some will need homes straight away if they don't make the grade, but the real problem is, sooner or later, every racing dog will retire. There are, of course, responsible breeders, kennels and trainers who do their best to ensure the well-being of their animals and aim to rehome retired dogs wherever possible. But, sadly, there are also breeders, kennels and trainers who take a far less compassionate approach. Whilst it's difficult to find reliable figures, we can say for certain that for every retired dog fortunate enough to find itself a loving, happy home, many, many more will not. And remember, we are talking about thousands of greyhounds. Conservative estimates suggest 8,000 dogs retire from racing in the UK every year. Whilst some are adopted, many find themselves in shelters or rescue centres, and Dogs Trust believe every year approximately 2,500 to 3,500 greyhounds are simply unaccounted for.
When we were thinking about adopting a greyhound, we approached the North Yorkshire Retired Greyhound Trust, and they suggested Patch might be a really good match for our family because we have a very small dog called Boo, who is a miniature pinscher, And so we went along to the kennel to meet Patch, and sure enough, he has been a really good dog for our family. He's been really gentle and sweet with Boo.
So we adopted her through West Yorkshire Retired Greyhound Trust. They arranged a home visit to make sure everything was okay, because we both worked full time. We thought that might have been an issue, but it wasn't. We went out to meet her at the kennels, took her for a couple of walks, took her on a couple of group walks, and that was it. She was ours. It was great.
I would encourage anyone to consider adopting a greyhound. They expect very little, don't need much, just a couple of short walks a day, sofa to cuddle up on, lots of love. What could be better?
We've got 3 now. They are a bit addictive. So I can't tell you how much you will fall in love with a greyhound when you let one into your life. I've had dogs all my life, and there is something very special about these dogs. So please adopt a greyhound. Why wouldn't you?
If you have ever considered having a dog in your life, then please, please consider rescuing. You get so much out of it. You can get every single type of dog in the world at a rescue centre. If you want a puppy, there are rescue puppies. If you want a mature dog, there are mature rescues. And you can get an old dog which will just be wonderful and sit by your fire or on your lap and cuddle up and feel gorgeous with you forevermore. Rescue, all the way.
It's not just greyhounds that need homes, of course. Animal shelters up and down the country are full of dogs and cats of every size, shape and colour. Every age, every breed and every year there are more. Typically, local authorities will handle over 100,000 stray and abandoned dogs every year. They are supported by national organisations such as Dogs Trust and the RSPCA, but when you realise the scale of the problem, it's easy to understand why so many greyhound owners have ultimately felt the need to do something more. To set up additional shelters, to create their own rescue centres, to organise regular local walks and fundraisers, and of course, every year, one Great Global Greyhound Walk. And that's why, every year, we meet here, in York, and we walk. We walk to raise the profile of rescued and retired greyhounds, to show the world what great companions these dogs make, and to raise money for the charities that protect them. We walk to promote sighthounds of all kinds as pets, as family members, not just racing or working dogs. We walk just for fun, to spend some quality time with our pets, and for all those animals who have yet to find a home, and for those who never will. So, if you feel there is any room in your life for a little more love, then seek it out. You can change a life. You can make a difference. And regardless of whether you'd like to adopt a dog, a cat, or even a greyhound, adopt. Don't buy. Change a life for the better. Theirs and yours. Until then, we'll be here. Every year. If you'd like to know more about adopting a greyhound, you can always contact one of the organisations on screen now.